Eduardo Jumbo. In this tutorial, we're going to do cron job scheduling techniques. Before we begin, a quick reminder that every day I'll be hosting a live stream. You visit ojambo.com for details. What you do is you go to the watch menu, then the live sub menu. You can see the current live stream is the cron job scheduling techniques, and the channel is going to be on an approximate day and time. And you see this post dated topics for future live streams and the channel they're going to be on. Okay, for each of those articles, there will be some paragraphs at the beginning of each article to tell you the exact day, approximate time, and it's always going to be Eastern. And you're free to ask questions, anything related to programming topics. And the link is here where you can go log into that channel and you can ask questions. If you don't want to do that, you can watch the embedded video, which is below. I'll show you that in a second. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, leave comments for more frequent content. So, cron jobs are basically just scheduled tasks that run automatically on periodic basis on POS compiled systems. What that means, those are obviously Unix, Linux, that includes like Mac OS, and some others like BSDs. They all will be able to work. Now, on Windows, Microsoft Windows, they do have I think they're called Windows System Linux, the WSL, and that one does have a lot of Linux commands like bash and everything. So it might also have, you might be able to do cron jobs. I'm not familiar with it, but maybe I'll check that in a future tutorial. You can find out yourself. So the command Crontab, that's the actual job scheduler. So for this tutorial, I'll be creating a custom script in PHP to demonstrate the automation. Now you can use Python or any other script you want. You can even use Bash, but I want to do PHP because like when I started, I was more comfortable because one of the first, on Windows, I was running, what do they call it on Windows? Bash, I think Bash, B-A-T-C-H script. But then obviously when you run servers, my love server was Linux, I learned how to use PHP. So basically, what will happen is the scripting language I said I'm going to use is PHP. You can use Bash, Python, anything you want. And then I'll run the script manually just to make sure it works, and then I'll set up the automation and I'll explain everything to you. So you can also do Bash scheduling. What that means is that this method running several programs, and I'll show you that as well when we do this. And what a Crontab is, that's a cron table. It's a configuration file that specifies the shell commands to run. Okay. So to follow along, you're going to need some type of text editor. I'm going to use the command line, but you can use Apache NetBeans as an example, which I did a review of. I also did one for Guinea. I'm also going to do a re-upload, I guess, or not a re-upload. I'm going to redo a video I did in the past, where it was using Guinea as a Python IDE. I'll redo that one because that one had some audio issues. I was using the webcam microphone, and sometimes I don't know if there's a power surge or something. Sometimes it was produce a horrible echo. And also there will be SSH, that's a secure client. So this is to log into your servers. Shell access just means a command line because I'm going to be working like a terminal command line. And so here I have some common syntax for the cron table or Crontab. So if you want to run something every minute, basically that means every weekday, every month, every day, every hour, every minute. And you see that's just basically the asterisks here. So you put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you whatever the path to your command or the script, and then you see every 5 minutes. That's simple enough. You just */5, and as you can see, every hour you put a 0. That means obviously at 0 minutes past the hour. Every day you pick a time. So for example, this 0 means that 0 minutes past an hour, and this 0 means the beginning. So that this basically means midnight every day. Every week it's similar to the previous one, so we pick an hour specified, and then we pick the day of the week, and then obviously once a week. So example, this 0, that will be the beginning of the week, which is usually, so this will run Sunday at at midnight. Every month it's similar again. You have to pick the hour, you have to pick the day, and then the month. So we put the first, that's the first of the month. So now this one is going to change because it might be the first of the month could be a Monday, could be a Tuesday, any day of the 7 days of the week. So if we do this one here twice a month, see, for the day we put the first and then the 15th. So, but you can pick multiple days, just put the comma, separate them. And if you want to run it, oops, this is double. I don't know why I did that. This is just a repeat of itself. And then if you want to do once a year, again, the same thing. You have to pick an hour, you have to pick a day, you have to pick a specific month. So this will be obviously the first of a specific month, and then the first of the year once a year. So that will be, basically this means January the 1st every year. So I opened up my examples here. You can see it's the same thing here. It's pretty straightforward. And then I already explained that the Chrome tables, I started the Crontab command, and every cron job is a format. So as I said, you have to pick the minute, the hour, the day of the month. I think this means day of the week. Did I make a mistake? No, day of the month, day, the actual day of the week, and then whatever command you run. Okay, and then this is the video as I promised for you to watch. For example, if I click this video, you can see the hour. It's actually explaining the video there. And then, of course, to install the Cronjob, I'm on Fedora Linux. So when I try to install it, I had to install something called Crony. And that's the one that installed to start the cron daemon process. Okay, and then you can read more about it here. I have a link here. So if it's you see it's a Crony. If you scroll down here, it's a Unix daemon cron D that runs specified programs, specific times, and related tools. So the version, obviously, I'm using Fedora Linux. They always have the latest version. This is 1.72. And you can read up more on this if you want. And you see, the language it's used is C. I'm not sure what M4 stands for. The shell and the makefile. Oh, I think this is some type of like a makefile. It's like CMake or something. All right. So with that out of the way, let's get started. I'm going to minimize this, and I create an empty folder here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop to the command line. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this. This is none of this stuff is needed. Oops, I'll clean this and clear. Okay, you see it's there's only going to be one file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that file. I'll use nano. Actually, let me zoom in here. Okay, nano. I'll call it I'll call it example.php. That's actually a pretty good name. So let's maximize this. So it's going to be, this is not a PHP tutorial, but I'll explain why I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do is PHP has a function called getOpt, meaning get options. So what I'm going to use it to get command line options. This will make the tutorial much easier, and we'll be able to explain everything I'm doing. So I check to make sure it's not empty. Options. Okay, so if it's not empty, let me go here. Okay, so then I'll create some content. I'll just replace any spaces with I'll place it with a hyphen. and get the options. Val. And then what I'll do is I'll create a date stamp. So date stamp equals the date. Again, this is not a PHP tutorial. You can use any programming language you want. And then I'll create a file, put contents, and then what I'll do is I will contents or content. I'll explain this in a second. Date, I'll just put date stamp. And then the options. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the options from the command line and then make sure if it's not empty, what I'll do is I'll take that option, I'll replace any spaces with a hyphen, and then I'll create a date stamp. Then what I'll do is I'll create a file. Basically it will be whatever that content is with hyphens and then underscore the date stamp. And then what I do is I take the value of actually that file will actually be whatever that option is. So that's simple enough. And I'm going to test this file to make sure it works. So I type example. And then what I do here is val, that's the one I did, and I will say Edward, just to test to make sure it works. Oops, I forgot to run this. That was my fault. I think I need to exit here. Okay, I forgot it should actually be PHP. Example.php. Man, so many mistakes today. Okay, so I made a mistake in the file, so let's go and check. Line 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did I make this mistake? Okay, let's look at this. Date stamp, options. Okay, I might have to open that up in ID because I can't see where I made a mistake here. Let me open up in the text editor. Okay, so I'll open up in text editor. It said there's something wrong with line 6. Date stamp. I don't see how that's a problem. Did I not close it? I closed it here. Oh, this is the problem right there. Okay. All right, see there's no more errors, just in case you're following along. So the problem was I put a parenthesis here when it should have been a squiggly bracket. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me clear this. I should now be able to run my, yeah, so it worked fine and it should have created a file. Yes, it created this file, whatever value I pass in, it'll create the file and it'll put the date stamp. And if we actually go inside the, if we cut that file, you see it has Edward inside it because that's the value that saved it. Okay, so that works fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that file. Yeah, so there's only example.php. Okay, great. Now, if I try to create a, if I type Crontab, you see it's not found. It's asking me to install Crony. So I'll click yes. So it's going to install it. And you see it also installed Crontab. So that's the other program. So now, and you see the first thing it does, it creates the previous backups. It doesn't really matter. So now, what I need to do now is you type Crontab. Here, let's look at the manual first. Crontab. So the manual, you see there's a bunch of options. You can specify a user. By default, it's going to use the default user. In that case, it will be me, which is Edward. And then there's T if you have a file. And then you can also do C and capital V. Obviously, this V usually means verbose. So N is the host name. And C, I think it means create. Let us check it out. Sure, that's correct. Yeah, so you specify a user, I was right. T is to test for testing. L is to display the contents. R is to remove the current Crontab. E is to edit. And then you can also specify a particular editor. For example, I have Nano, so it's going to be default. If I didn't have Nano, it would default to Vim. Or if you want to Vim, you can also specify which editor you want to use. I'll just use the default, which is fine. I is the modify, prompt the user yes or no response. I think that's usually default. S is for C Linux security. N is for options ordered for the Crontab was started with the C option. And C option is a current, we'll start with the C option. And V is print version. Okay, so let's find out what version I have. So Crontab. So I have 1.7.2. If you remember, that corresponds to the Crony on GitHub or GitLab, I think it was. Yeah, GitLab. Okay, so there we go. Now, one more time. So to Crontab -E for editing. So there is nothing. So it's creating a new Crontab for me here, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you can also email it to yourself. You just put email and then equals, and then you put your email address in there. I don't like that because I prefer to test it. You get a lot of emails depending how often you run it. So instead, what I'll do is I'll just say every minute. This is just a comment with the hash symbol. Okay, so if we want to run this every minute, it's just one. You can leave a space or you can use a tab. I personally sometimes I use a tab, but you see the tab is depending on how. So you can use a space. Sometimes you see some people don't use a space. It's smart enough. So I just space just to look it prettier. So this is going to run every minute. Remember, it's minute, hour, day of the week, then the day, and then the month. So now this is going to run every single day. So remember, then this is where you type your command, cmd. So I want to run PHP. Sometimes if you're on a shared server, you might need to put the exact path to where the PHP is. So for me, mine is system-wide, so I can simply go user/bin or whatever it is. So you might have to put local. For me, I can just type PHP to work for me because I said this is it's installed system-wide. So PHP, the path to the script. So my script was example. So because I'm running this locally, it's a good idea to put the exact path to where your script is. So you should put, like, for example, I know this one will be, it's in /home/Edward/ZZZ/tutorial/cron-job. And then obviously it's example.php. And then val equals, I will say minute. I'll put every minute. Every minute. Okay. So I'm going to save this. And you see it made the tab. So we're going to wait a minute, and then we should see a file here that will automatically create this cron tab for us. So I think I might have made a mistake here. I want to make sure I said it correctly. Yeah, so the format is minute, hour, day of the month, and then the month. I think this means then the day of the week, and that's how you run that. So just so you don't forget that. Okay, so I think a minute has passed. We should have a file in here called Edward. Oh, it looks like it might have saved this file somewhere else. Let me actually, I think I forgot. I should have specified where this file is saved. I think it might have saved it in my home folder. Let me go check. Where is the Edward file? You should have created the Edward file somewhere. Surprised. I don't know where it saved it. Should have created, but that's how you would get it to work. So I don't know where it saved that file because I can't see it. Yeah, I don't see that file. So maybe something went wrong. I do not know, but I'm going to Crontab E. So I'm going to change this. Maybe it cannot find my example.php. So I'm going to keep it local and see what happens now. Well, since we're here, I might as well do the one which runs every 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, it should be slash 1, 2, 3, 4. And then php example.php val equals every 5 minutes. Okay, I'll save that as well. Oh, that is weird. Bad install. Okay, so it says I made a mistake. I don't think I made a mistake. Did I? Okay. Oh, this one here. So yeah, this was a mistake. I forgot that one. So that was a problem. It's not actually needed. Okay. Now I am going to keep an eye to see if it's actually. I wonder if it's creating this in the temp folder. Maybe I should probably specify where to save this file. Oh, you know what? Here. You see this? I'm going to specify where to save it. So I'll say slash home slash, oops. Yeah, slash home slash Edward slash zzz slash tutorial slash cron job. So I'm putting it in a specific folder here. Sometimes what you might want to do is if you're running, you might need to run a script. You might put slash the path of the PHP. I don't need to do that, so I should be okay here. And if we go back to command line here, did it actually doesn't create a file yet? I'm actually surprised. And there's no log. Let's see, a Crontab. Yeah, so L is to list my cron jobs. I'm wondering, let me see, locate PHP. Maybe it can't find PHP, so maybe I was wrong. So locate PHP. Oh, too many PHPs here. Okay, so that's, okay, I'll just say, where is PHP? So it's slash user bin. So I'm just going to use this instead. Crontab E. So it was slash user slash bin slash user slash bin. And I'll try this one again. So I'll put the full path. So it will be slash home slash Edward slash tutorial. Oh, no, zzz slash tutorial slash yeah, so that should be fine. Okay, so hopefully it will start making the files. Not sure why it's not creating the file. I know the file works because let's see, slash user slash bin slash php slash home slash Edward slash zzz slash tutorial slash example dot php say val equals Tony. Oh, there we go. So it can't find the file. Oh, I made a mistake. It's cron job, I think I call it. Yeah, Cronjob. Yeah, so it did create this file, as you can tell. So I'll remove the Tony. So let's go back to the cron tab. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So it'll be cron job. And here I'll just say /home /Edward /tutorial /cron job. Make sure. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so hopefully I put the full path. It should be creating the files in a minute or so. Okay, so without going on, so let's continue here, and so the next one we can create is this one, which is every start of every hour. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to test this ones, but you can just follow along. For example, if you want to start it every hour and every day at midnight and so forth and so forth. I said I have a table here for you. You can just use this. It's very straightforward. Most of the time when you create, when you use the cron jobs, it's usually you just usually want them to run, like, say, once a week or so. For example, if you're making backups, so you can also do backups for example, if you want the database to be you want to create a database backup. Actually, let's actually do that one. So I'll start up the database and I'll do a database backup. I'll create a backup script. I do not know why this one is not working. It should be straightforward. Oh, could it be that I just realized something. I think I know why this is not working. Let me try this. I wonder if I type sh, would that work? Sh cannot execute a binary file. Okay, so I'm wondering if I create a script, bash script. I wonder if that will work instead. You know what? I'm going to create a bash script instead. Just give me a second. I'll see. Maybe it's. I don't think I have C status. I don't think I have a firewall running here. Yeah, it's disabled. So that shouldn't. I don't know why that's not working. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using PHP, I'm going to create a simple bash script, which would actually use PHP instead. So just give me a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to so for bin bash, which is pretty straightforward, I'll just make a very simple, actually here, I'll just create a file. I'll call it test.sh, and then what I'll do is I'll open up this file. Where is it here? So here we go. I'm going to open it up in a text editor. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a very simple bash script here. So forgot to zoom in. So /bin/bash. So what I'll do is I will simply I'll create a timestamp. Okay, and I think I'll just I'll create a file here. So I'll just say echo hello, and just create a file /home/Edward/ was it /tutorial /cron job / I'll say test underscore timestamp dot text. There we go. So very simple. That's all it does. Oops. Save this. So basically what it do is just create a file here. So if I run this, I have to, you know what it is? I'm wondering maybe because I forgot to make it executable. That could probably be why it's not running. So let me actually make both of them executable. So that could probably be why it's not running. So I'll try the example PHP and I'll also do the test.sh. That could probably be why it didn't work. So for example, if I did bash test.sh, yes, it created this file. That's exactly what I wanted. So let me remove that file. Test. Actually, I'm going to rename that file. I'm going to rename it. So I'm rename test.sh to example.sh. Okay, so I'll go back to the cron tab. Okay, so I'm also going to run, I'm going to copy this. Actually, this is a little bit hard to read, so let me copy all this. I'm going to select everything here. Copy, and let's create a new file here. Okay, that's fine. I'll just do it in here. Okay, so I'm just going to use /bin/bash, and then I'm going to go here and we're going to run example.sh. So this should run every minute and should create that test file. Okay, so I save this and let's wait 1 minute. And then what should happen is this bash script should run every minute, and it should so Crontab to list everything, and you see it's running. So this one should also run every minute. Should I put actually let me edit that one so it's not confusing. So every 5 minutes. Yeah. Wondering why that's not working as well. And it's so weird that that's not working. It's tutorial cronjob. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not running. I'm pretty sure it's /user/bin/bash. Yeah, it's bash. And then /home/Edward easy tutorial cronjob /example.sh. Yeah, it does work. I don't know why it's not running. There might be a firewall issue. I'll see if I can figure it out. If I do, I'll add something to the I'm pretty sure a minute has passed. I don't know why it's not running. But anyways, that's how you would create your cron jobs and get it to run. User cron jobs not running. Okay, so you also have system cron jobs. So the log files for the cron jobs are found in the var log cron. So let's go check that out. I have to become the root user. So I'll become root here. Okay, so I'll go check the. Actually, I prefer to do that in a different here so I don't mess things up. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so go log cron. There's no cron job here. Crony. Oh, there's crony. So I think that's where it is. Oh, there's nothing there. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's not running. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get ticked off if I see something here. Let me systemctl list units. Do I have to actually, oops, spelled that wrong. Systemctl list units. Yeah, cron D service, there we go. So I'm wondering if, see, status crony D. Yeah, see, it's active and running. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Why is, yeah, I'm not sure. This should be running. I'm not sure why it's not running. So I'll just go back to where I was. I think it was home / let me get out of here first. I'll exit pwd. Yeah, I'm back there. Yeah, it's not, I don't know why it's not running because you see I did test the scripts. They are working fine. They're not running for this particular user. I know they would work for the root user, but obviously I don't want to run as usual. I just want to run as a regular user. And yeah, they're just not, I don't know why it's not running. Might be a Fedora thing. So dnf list installed grep cron. Oh, okay. I just realized why it's not running. So on my system, because my system is pretty up to date. So cron jobs have been replaced with something called systemd timers. So I guess that's the way you should do them in the future. Well, that's actually not too shabby. So I think what I'll do is, so basically it's like systemd cron. So I think maybe what I'll do is I will, let's see here, systemctl status systemd cron. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll do an update where I can use, because I need to actually do this on one of my servers. So I think what I'll do is I'll do an update where replace the cron jobs with the systemd timers. Okay, so checking the chat, I don't see any chat services here, but that's how you'd run cron jobs. I guess cron jobs are kind of old like me now. All right, so let's finish this up here. So quick reminder that I do live streams every single day. What you do is you visit ojambo.com, then you go to the watch menu, live sub menu, and then you can see the current and post dated topics. You will see the channel they're going to be on and the approximate date and time. Also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. If you do enjoy this, consider supporting me. Purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. Enroll in my programming courses at ojambo.shop.com. Buy my programming books on Amazon. Search for ojambo. Links in the description. You can hire me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com. You can also become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. Okay,